All right.
News and rumors.
Yeah, fuck yeah. News and rumors, Al. It's your circus now. I'm gonna pack a bolt.
In some syndicated, well, let me rewind.
Thanks
That's
for the follow,
funny.
Teddy.
To the AEW, we're the best wrestle in front of 200 people. We like to get, the WWE stands like to give AEW shit for their viewers and ticket sales and yada, yada, yada. All the things. In some syndicated Fox market, SmackDown last week was bumped to FS1 in place of professional bowling. The source is a bartender on Twitter showing from Iowa showed both screens from the bar. FS1 with SmackDown and then Real Fox with professional bowling.
You got something against bowling?
No, but in
bowler.
this market, bowling was more popular than WWE.
How do you feel about that, though?
It should be. I watched the most beautiful woman in this world bowl her heart out in high school.
Nicole.
Yes, Nicole was on the varsity bowling team for her high school.
Because Nicole's
that goes hard as fuck. Nicole is a varsity, that makes her the jock of the friend group.
She is. She literally is the jock.
She lettered on a varsity team. That makes Nicole the jock of the friend group.
Yeah, you can ask when we come up there, because shocker, we're coming up in the end of the month. Yay. You can ask Nicole, that's how we met, was in a bowling alley. So if you want to put bowling over wrestling, fine by my book. I spent years in a bowling alley. I like watching people bowl.
Like to think I can bowl.
You can use bumper cards. It's okay.
I do use bumpers.
I can bowl.
And sometimes I granny roll it too because I have small, tiny hands.
Teddy, yes, I am smoking green. This is a very 420 friendly channel. Botched Spots and Share Shots on Sunday night. Then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we host Nerdy News at 420, going off at 420 Eastern Time and ending at 420 Central Time an hour later, where me and Bo and my other co-host Hex hang out and we get caught up on all the fresh nerdy news, watching trailers, horror, comedy, comic books, Disney and animation, all the cool shit, all while we're enjoying a little cannabis while we do it.
We smoke cannabis here?
We smoke as Bo takes a rip from his bong. Yes, Teddy, we are smoking green, my friend. Al, back to you.
Fightful Select notes that talent at WWE talked about Shane McMahon's meeting with Tony Khan, and most we spoke to believe Shane will end up at least making an appearance there. Do y'all give an absolute flying fuck if Shane McMahon wants to hang out on AEW for a while?
Bo, do you remember how Shane's music started?
Yeah. It's called Here Comes the Money.
Yeah. Here comes the money.
Here's my feel on Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon got his name and got his business sense in wrestling. Shane McMahon was the one McMahon that said, I don't need this. Went overseas to Japan, which we all know how hard it is to be a CEO over there. You're born and bred to be CEOs. Yeah. And ran an electric company, was a CEO in an electric company over there. Shane McMahon has done more outside of wrestling for his name in business than he has inside of wrestling. I think the only reason this is catching any clout is because his last name is McMahon. If it was anyone else, we wouldn't have given a shit.
Tony Khan only wants to put a McMahon on TV so he can go, I put a McMahon on AEW TV.
Yeah. And then you hear the rumors of everyone going, it's all a play. Shane's the name, but Vince is the money. They're buying AEW. People honestly, and one of your buddies believes this, Will. I saw the clip. Mr. Russo believes that it's just Shane's the face and Vince is the money. They're buying AEW. Come on. You don't think the Khans don't have that different kind of money? Yeah. I live in Jacksonville. I've seen what they've done for our city. They got that.
To be real, too, Vince has a lot of money. Vince has $10 billion from selling WWE. Shad Khan has more money than God. Shad Khan
could
has
have
a
bought
patent.
WWE.
Shad Khan has a patent in the automobile industry that every manufacturer of automobiles around the world uses.
By the way, shipped out of Jacksonville.
This is not a $10 billion company. This is like $100 billion company for that one patent. What we're talking about here, Shad Khan is one of those billionaires that could buy Endeavor.
Yeah.
He couldn't buy not WWE, not UFC, not TKO collectively. He would buy the marketing and investment firm that owns all of it. Shad Khan has enough money to buy that company in theory.
Let's put it this way. Shad Khan, where normal billionaires have private jets. By the way, this motherfucker travels in a fucking $1 billion yacht. He doesn't fly. He comes over from like when he goes from the UK over to here, he's on his fucking super mega yacht, which I've seen, by the way, and it is, oh my God, it makes below deck look like it's a fucking what's the boat that's on the boat? A dinghy.
Yeah.
It makes below tender. Thank Alice. I love you so much.
See, this is my favorite thing about this because being a chef, I know some of these things. Shad Khan's private chef flies and travels with him everywhere he goes year round. His chef gets, I think it's 2 days every other week off, and then he gets like a 6-week vacation once a year. And that's it. The rest of the time he travels with Shad, he flies with Shad, he's on the yacht with Shad. This dude makes, keeping in mind all of your room and board and fees are covered, $250,000 to travel with this, just to cook for this dude and his family. That's it. That is your sole responsibility, is to feed Shad Khan and whoever is traveling with him. So it could be one person or it could be 50 people, but your sole responsibility is cooking for that person.
I'll just also put it this way. Shad Khan is not one of those billionaires that is stuck up, because me and Nicole went to AEW the last time when they did the big AEW 2-night homecoming here. And as we're walking out of the parking lot with one JSO officer, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
Look at you dropping names, no free shout-outs.
JSO officer walking through the center of the parking lot with Shad Khan, like he was fucking one of us. He's the nicest dude. I've never met his son. I've never seen his son in public, but Shad is very well respected publicly here. We don't fuck with him. He's one of us. He's just here.
I've had an opportunity to be on digital and video calls with one Tony Khan multiple times, and I've had a chance to speak to him. Tony is, whether you think he's a blissful money mark or an idiot or what all the things chat's been saying, I love you guys. Tony Khan as a person is like one of us. He's a wrestling fan. When you talk to him, he gets excited about it and he knows what he's writing. And to me, I think that's kind of cool. That's why I kind of give him a little bit of a pass. And I say it all the time. I've said it in my TikToks and shit. Did he seem zooted and booted, Will? Not during work. I'll tell you that. During these press conferences, he's always seems pretty straightforward. But I think at the core of it, WWE is publicly traded. AEW is not. Okay? WWE has to amend shareholders and profit sharing and P&Ls and all of that. AEW does not. Okay? AEW can operate however they want, and Tony Khan and Shad Khan don't have to answer to anyone except for Tony Khan and Shad Khan. They can do whatever they want with this company.
And Shad just goes, fucking, I don't care what you do. When people joke, when they're like, it's just Tony Khan's play toy. Yeah.
Okay.
Tony Khan wanted to put AEW in his fucking backyard and pay this kind of money, it'd be like him going to Chuck E. Cheese for us. They don't give a fuck.
With the new TV deal, allegedly, Tony Khan and AEW are going to be worth almost $3 billion. Okay? With the new TV deal, I know you and Scals both are like, how? But with the TV deal, they're going to be worth almost $3 billion, right?
Part
of it's going to streaming, part of it, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be almost
a smart
$3 billion.
Fucking deal business-wise.
So listen, okay, so if Tony Khan takes that and he makes $3 billion successfully running AEW, okay? Shad Khan from his patent will make $3 billion in about 4.5 days.
And that ain't a drop in the bucket. He won't even sign that fucking check. He's like, I'll sign that bitch later.
You know what I mean? Like, to put it in perspective, Shad Khan has so much money that if Tony Khan lost all $3 billion that AEW is worth, he will make it back before the week's over. And that's what's ridiculous to me. So, sorry,
Shad
Al.
Khan sorry,
go ahead. No. Both. About this. Last Shad. We keep going on forever. Last Shad Khan take.
I will never say that AEW is the smartest when it comes to booking and signing wrestlers, but when it comes down to, when you tear it all down, it comes down to business, cold hard cash business. One of the smartest independently ran businesses out there.
I'm a business owner. My business ain't worth $3 billion. That's facts. Al, back to you.
Wait, hang on.
Swerve is my favorite in AEW. Love him.
Yes.
See, that's the beautiful bowler I was telling you all about.
Shadow says the indie scene getting a TV deal is awesome. I love you for that, Shadow. I'm glad the original tribal chief of Off the Top is back again and getting up. I can't wait to make, sorry for the interruption, the most violent and obscene menage a trois in podcasting when it gets going again.
And unlike Solo Sikoa, I have handed the lay back over to Shadow. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
WRKD Wrestling seems to be hinting that the Gunther versus John Cena match previously talked about for a premium live event on his retirement tour will be for the World Heavyweight Championship. Do you think that they should give Cena a belt back, a belt during his retirement run?
Bo, go first because I have an idea for it and I don't want to say it if you're like, God damn it, Will, you took my idea.
Then you might say it then, so I'll prepare myself. He should have one more title in his retirement run. It should not be the World Heavyweight Championship, though. He should be the one that defeats Braun Breaker, granting John Cena a Grand Slam champion.
Wow.
He's everything else but a Grand Slam. He's never won the Intercontinental.
Okay, so you didn't take mine then. Nope. My plan is for Cena to win either the world title, agreeing with Katie and Scals both here. Cena needs to win either the world title or the Universal Heavyweight title. One more. Give him the record, and here's why. We know WWE is trying to rid those pesky Flair and Hogan records off these books. This is the perfect opportunity to do it with an American hero. You let John Cena get the proverbial 1, 2, 3 from SummerSlam a few years ago. You know what I'm talking about when he was doing the thing, the Money in the Bank, Summer of Cena stuff. Like, yeah, give it to him. My idea, and Bo, you'll love this. I can see it in your face as soon as I say it. You're going to be like, yes, please. Okay. Have John Cena win the belt at, let's say, SummerSlam next year. Okay, so he gets through Mania, doesn't have to have the belt at Mania, none of that nonsense. Have him win the world title or undisputed title at SummerSlam. Have the Summer of Cena over again, where he gets some of those dream matches and he gets to go through and put some guys over while they still count the lights for Cena on his way out. Leading up, you ready? Just wait. You're about to pop, and when you pop, it's going to give me the biggest boner ever. leading up to it, say about a month and a half out before Survivor Series, have him relinquish the title as he rides off into the sunset to finish the Cena tour. Okay. And at Survivor Series in 2025, bring back the fucking Deadly Games tournament.
Oh, shit. Oh, what about Deadly Games?
I know, right? How fucking good would that be? How fucking good would that be?
A one-night tournament. Every match means something, and I fucking love it.
Think about the eyes it would put on Survivor Series to help bolster Survivor Series back up as being one of the big four again. Like, think about what you could do with that. And then when people are like, well, there's still 2 months after he relinquishes, what is he going to do then? That's when you give him his swan song. You book him against somebody big at Survivor Series, and you book him against somebody big in December at the New Year's show, and he goes off into the sunset. That's where you let him chew through a Randy Orton, and you let him chew through somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, who else? Who picked somebody else? You know what I mean? Like,
you would almost, and this is far-fetched. If I was Endeavor, I'd open my checkbook up, and for the his ride off into the sunset, open your checkbook up and bring Edge back. Edge and Orton are his two biggest rivals, in my opinion. Yeah, you had Brock, you had The Rock, but Edge and Orton started his rivalries in my book. It just have Edge, like, have him come out in his gear, because he already does anyway. Cut this thing and have "You Think You Know Me" hit one more time, and be the ultimate opportunist one more time.
That would be dope.
Edge isn't coming back unless they take Christian back, and that's not going to happen.
Not why he's got AEW attached to his name.
No.
I have a question.
Answer.
Technically, John Cena would need the IC title, the new undisputed title, and the World Heavyweight title to Grand Slam.
They don't count that. To be a Grand Slam, you have to have one of the two big titles. You have to hold one of the two tag titles. You have to hold each of the mid-card titles.
You have to hold the Intercontinental and
exactly.
Well,
see, Scowls immediately was coming in. We know Scowls was going to be like, no.
But that's stupid.
Oh, we agree. It's stupid.
I mean, technically, shouldn't you have to hold all the belts for it to be a Grand Slam?
But he has held all the belts, technically.
No, there's 2 belts that are new.
He's held the WWE title. He's held the World Heavyweight title. So technically, he has held both titles.
Him and Orton unified them. And he beat JBL at WrestleMania 21 to win. At the time, it was called the WWE Undisputed Championship.
Bada bing, bada boom. There you
Whatever. Go. Okay, moving on.
Ba-boom. That's why you're the man, Bo.
CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a Hell in a Cell match is currently planned for the main event of Bad Blood.
What? Say that again?
Punk versus Drew in a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood.
Okay.
I feel like if that happens, Punk owes that journalist an apology from a few press conferences ago, where he was like, "That's why I'm glad you're not booking it." You know what I mean? Like, because if they do a Hell in a Cell match, like, Punk owes that guy an apology. Yeah. See? That's exactly right. Remember Punk said, "Get that fantasy booking shit out of here." That's exactly fucking right. He owes that guy a thing. Bring back the hardcore 24/7 stipulation. I think bringing back the hardcore title would be a great one, and we might get it on Netflix if the birds are singing to me what they say.
Regarding Rick Steiner's appearance at SummerSlam, Fightful Select's WWE source told the site he fell out of the company's good graces after his transphobic harassment of TNA's Giselle Shaw at WrestleCon last year. But since, Steiner had admitted that he was wrong and promised it won't happen again. WWE and the Hall of Famer are now on better terms. The report says that Steiner has offered an apology to Shaw, but it's not known if they have spoken since the incident. I'm going to continue with one other thing that goes kind of along with this.
Okay.
Fightful also says that internal talk about LA Knight beating Logan Paul picked up after Paul's transphobic tweet about women's boxing last week, but the site doesn't mention if the result was changed because of the controversy. WWE sources told Fightful that the views Paul expressed in his tweet are not a reflection of the company.
Don't they have like media managers and shit like that? That like doesn't
Logan
like
Paul has his own for Impulsive and shit. He has his own PR manager.
like just don't fucking listen. Your thoughts are your thoughts. Keep them to your fucking self.
I don't. This isn't the place for those kinds of things. You know what I mean? Like being a WWE champion, it's not the time or the place to have those. Being a bigot is there's no time or place for that ever. But especially as a public figure at his level, it was really poor taste.
He's a fucking role model to kids.
Yeah, no, I know he has a PR manager because they've made statements about the lawsuit. He's a PR nightmare.
He is a PR nightmare, right? Which is why he does a lot of his own tweeting, because he doesn't want people to censor him.
But in the Steiner defense, though, Bo, you and I literally were just having a conversation about this, that when somebody does something dumb and they show through growth and after apology that they can become better people because they, you know, for lack of a better term, were ignorant to the correct way to do things. You know what I mean? And then they figure it out and they become better people and they move on from that. Then in my book, like, if Steiner's done that and moved on and become a better person, and him and Giselle they said they didn't know if they had made up or not. Is that what you said?
They're not. No, nobody can confirm if she is accepted.
That's what I'm saying. That might not even be anybody's place except for theirs.
Yeah, that's their personal business, in my opinion.
But yes, if Scott made the reprimands right or whatever to get back in good graces, or Rick, I'm sorry, then that's good on them. Like, that's good. As far as the other stuff, Logan Paul there's no place to be a bigot. Different doesn't mean wrong. It just means different.
Correct. WWE prepared a tip sheet on the legends attending SummerSlam to help educate younger wrestlers who were encouraged to pick the brains of the veterans and treat them respectfully, per Fightful. First of all, this is my opinion, but when you join a company, you should probably learn about their past. And especially the legends that you know are going to be around. Mm-hmm. Just saying. I think the fact that they had to give out tip sheets to the talent to explain who these legends were is inherently the problem with them pulling people out of D1 Division I sports to become wrestlers instead of getting people who actually respect the fucking business.
Thank you. Fucking that. And we were just watching the Olympics this week, and the Olympic wrestling women's division won a gold in freestyle. Very proud, very happy. I looked at my mom and I said, if she doesn't come back in 4 years, WWE will offer her a contract, not caring that she's a Greek style freestyle wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Not caring, they just want the name. That's exactly, and as much as a fan, and I'll argue every day, he's the best one to ever step in the ring and do it. Kurt Angle was the same way. He's like, that shit's I ain't doing that. That shit's fake. But then he slowly, over the years, ate shit, but was trained by another one of the best, Dory Funk, and took to it like a fucking fish in water.
You go back, I was watching today, as a matter of fact, because I'm a nerd. I was in a TikTok live chat. Another one. Damn, I'm shouting Tim out all day. I was in his live earlier today again. He's one of my favorite TikTok live creators right now to listen and hop in on the panel on. And they were discussing Kurt Angle. And I was looking up and watching Kurt Angle matches from back in the day. You want to see some fucking wild Kurt Angle shit? Go watch the pre-WWE stuff. Like, go watch him when he first started wrestling on the indies and see some of the matches. He had a cage match. Who was it against? It's like AJ Styles or somebody like that in like 1998. And I'm like, Kurt Angle and AJ Styles had no business having a fucking banger fucking match like in the middle of the fucking late 90s.
And people like you and Tim know this.
Yeah.
Kurt, WWE, yes, they signed him to a developmental contract. The first contract was very lucrative, apparently. When he turned it down, they signed him to they signed him to a straight up developmental, like, you're going to make shit for a while because you basically spit in our face the first time. But they sent him to OVW. They sent Kurt to Deep South. Like, he wrestled indie shows before making his main roster debut.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it right now to bring it back up. Before his main roster debut in 1998, or 1999 rather, he had over 100 matches on the indie scene. And that's what I'm trying to find was that cage match. It may not have been AJ Styles, now that I think about it.
Anywho.
You go ahead, Al. Back to you.
On today's episode of Britt Baker is a Bully,
Big talk.
PW Insider notes that MJF wasn't suspended like Britt Baker because the feeling was that she started the situation and kept it going, and he was only responding to it. Also, he did apparently punch a wall, but only after the argument and only out of frustration. Also, on a recent episode of Keeping It 100, Conan said one of the reasons why Cody left AEW in 2022 was because there was problems between Brandy Rhodes and Britt Baker, and Tony Khan always sides with Britt Baker.
But as we're seeing, due to this argument with MJF and his girlfriend, by the way, Whore McGee is her name. He said it personally on an interview together. He goes, "This is Whore McGee from Whore Island." No, Tits McGee from Whore Island. Sorry. But MJF's just cash cow. He's going to side with him over anybody, I think. And I think Brent's now seeing she's not what's considered the boss's little girl. And it's starting to open her eyes up.
Britt is going to get herself Tessa Blanchard.
Well, they made the mistake of doing, if there's only been one season of that AEW All Access show.
I still haven't watched it. Where can I watch it?
It's on Max.
No free shout outs.
Okay.
It is the only AEW content on Max for the United States. But that show really shows you how kind of she's a bully.
She's a lot of a bully.
She's allegedly a lot of a bully.
Allegedly.
Because a lot of people have said it. And like that whole season of that show is her going around to all of the women in the locker room talking about how she felt like Thunder Rosa should have to drop the belt. Granted, Thunder Rosa was out for a really long time, and like she should have, dropping the belt was the right decision. But like the campaigning that this bitch did to like turn everybody against her was wild.
She broke Adam Cole's heart. Fuck her.
Did they break up?
They break up?
They broke up, yeah.
When?
Adam Cole WWE confirmed, bitches!
What happened was he posted in his Discord. It was super quiet about it. He got taken off the road, and why he was taken off the road was because Scout says hold on about that. The last I heard was that he posted, and I saw the Discord post. It was that he was taking some time off. He was moving back to Pittsburgh alone, and that he was going to sort some things out. Yeah, they just said he moved back home. There was nothing else said. There have been a few things posted, and people are going to say, reputable source. And I'm like, look, dude, if somebody bats like 8,500, I'm going to believe a lot of what they say because this is obviously somebody running in a burner. They said that Adam Cole moved back from Florida to go back to Pittsburgh to be closer to family because the only reason he was living in the Orlando, Tampa region was because of Britt's practice.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there wouldn't be a reason for him to move back to Pittsburgh alone if he wasn't moving back because they broke up. He moved from Pittsburgh to Florida because Britt's practice is there. So now that he's moving back to Pittsburgh alone, it's like a process of elimination, conductive what's it called?
The lines kind of
exactly. So again, it's a Reddit post, but a guy who's he's pretty good. He's pretty good with what he says. And I've got another friend of mine who, what's the word? Oh yeah, he works there. So that's Bo. Yes. He works there, right? Doesn't he work there still?
Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt works there.
Okay, yeah. No. So yeah, we got friends. Shit, I'll shoot my shot with Cole. Fuck yeah. I was actually gonna make a really inappropriate joke because Cam said WWE isn't gonna want to touch her with a 10-foot pole, but Will Gray wants to touch her with a 6.5-inch one. Ha ha ha! Giggity giggity. Al, back to you.
Wait, what did you just say?
Cam said WWE isn't going to want to touch her with a 10-foot pole.
Oh.
And I said, but Will Gray does with a 6.5-inch one. Giggity, giggity. I'm talking about my wiener.
She can't get her and Tessa Blanchard's situation, Cam, are day fucking light dark difference. Tessa Blanchard is a piece of fucking shit who is somehow a champion again. And Britt Baker's just a fucking bully. There's a big fucking difference between them two girls.
How long? Okay, so if this is true, hear me out. How long before Britt Baker starts dating Tony Khan?
I don't think
2
that'll...
weeks.
Oh, wow. You think 2 weeks?
I honestly, I'm not, don't fucking quote me on this. I think Tony's already seen someone. Because he's been seen at the Jacksonville games with the same lovely lady on his side at every fucking game. I don't know if that's
Is it Britt Baker?
No, like she's been there, but like the one he walks in with and leaves with, she's not a wrestler. I don't even know her name, but
live sex celebration. I almost said Tony Stark, Tony Khan, and Britt Baker. You heard it here first. There's no way that won't happen. So Scows.
I mean, it's funny to like fantasy book relationships.
They said that about Triple H and Stephanie McMahon too.
Homewrecker, bitch.
Homewrecker.
Broke China's heart, bitch.
We have a quote on this show on YouTube, quoted by a man who worked in the company. He said the words, if Vince McMahon or a McMahon in general had answered the phone, China would still be alive today.
Yep.
Was said on this show.
Anyone would have answered it. When she reached out to them, she reached out for that problem.
And the McMahons did nothing to help her. Stephanie McMahon is a home wrecker. Home wrecker. I'm all grown up now. Still a banger theme. Sorry.
Okay.
Also, Google the Macho Man Stephanie tinfoil hat stuff if you really want to. If you really want to, like,
they fucked.
Lucha Blog notes that Rey Fénix and Penta have been trying to secure new U.S. trademarks like Fuego, Rey Fuego, and King Fuego for Fénix and Cero
Miedo.
And Zero for Penta. Rey Fénix and Penta want to remain a team according to what Fightful has heard. They also don't want to be assigned to NXT, but it wouldn't be surprised to see him in Orlando to prepare for the defection sooner than later. Penta's AEW deal is up first with Fénix's next month. Do you think we will see them in WWE? They have both publicly stated that they don't want to re-sign.
I see them. I see him definitely going to WWE, and there's small little reasons. You have a strong luchador presence now on WWE TV.
You do.
You have Dragon Lee, Andrade. You have Mysterio, a luchador legend that these guys have worked with in the past. You have the biggest luchador scene in WWE in a long, long time. It's intent. You got them all. Like, I don't ever see them going NXT. I think their name value is bigger than NXT. Those are guys you throw on the main roster. Hell, pair them up with the LWO for all I care.
You know what? Does this mean we could get the Motor City Machine Guns, the Lucha Brothers, and the Usos potentially in a triple threat tag match down the road?
Too many fucking tag teams. I'm sorry.
The Lucha Bros become the newest extension of the LWO. Well, why is that, Al?
There's barely enough time for what they do have.
If you guys want a great insight into Triple H's booking as far as how he's handling things like the Lucha Brothers becoming an extension of the LWO and other bookings and handlings of people of color, you should definitely check out one of the more recent episodes of Young Kings Wrestling's. Our boy TC and our boy Reek do a fantastic job breaking down how they view the booking of people of color in WWE. So if you want a good impression from fantastic content creators on how that is being handled, you should definitely check that out. I actually think it will all change when the show switch stations. I thought that was kind of the point of the draft. But we all know that brand splits aren't real, and what, Bo?
Drafts don't matter.
You damn right. Make it a fatal four-way and add the New Day to that match. Fantastic idea, AJ. That's why you're our boy, Blue.
Yeah, because Will's favorite wrestler is part of the New Day now.
That's fucking right, my boy Odyssey. Ooh. Big boy came out and just wrecked the fucking place.
According to Fightful, Josh Alexander has been discussed to appear in NXT as part of the crossover with TNA.
Per Botched Spots and Chair Shots and me and Bo, it's just a matter of time, I think is the right way to say that.
Yeah. It's just he's been not reported. I know this for a fact because my buddy goes to NXT once a week. He's been at the Performance Center for the past fucking 3 Tuesdays.
I was told by a very reputable source. Shut up, pal. I was told that I asked, is Alexander going to be on NXT this Tuesday? And I was told, I can't tell you that. And I said, so next Tuesday? And I got I can't tell you that. And so, it's coming, in the next week or two. And the reason why I know that is the person that told me that's pretty reputable. A pretty good source.
Becky Lynch's recent Instagram post was a retirement announcement. Fightful selects WWE sources say she hasn't informed the company. They also don't believe that Becky would fucking retire via social media. Idiots.
She's going out on her horse. She's going.
So if Becky retired via social media, is this breaking up with a long-term relationship via text?
Yes.
She's not
Rebecca Quinn is all elite. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Shut the fuck up.
Alistair, fucking Tyler Black's coming back, baby.
Tyler Black and Rebecca Quinn are all elite bitches.
First of all, they're never going to go to different companies. They won't even be on separate brands in the company that they work for.
Yeah, that's why they need to go to one company.
Going anywhere.
Shut up,
She's
Will.
not retiring. She just wants to spend some fucking time with her child. Stop being all oh my God, she's retiring. Shut the fuck up. You think that you would really let that be her like swan song in wrestling. Like, go fuck off somewhere. Like,
Yeah,
What's up,
her
Joe?
swan song's gonna come in at All In when she runs out and smacks Tony Storm.
the fuck up.
Mm.
I would like to see her beat the absolute shit out of Britt Baker, but no.
I kind of hope she retires just to fuck with it. I'm paraphrasing the end. Just to
Adam
fuck with
Cole's gonna
everybody.
win the This is my 2025 prediction. Adam
Yeah.
Cole wins the Ring of Honor World Championship again from Mark Briscoe, and one of his biggest rivals will return. It'll be a final battle, and it will be the lights will go out, and Tyler Black walks out.
And here's the way they traded off. A la the Summer of Punk leading out to show that he's going back to WWE. Adam Cole signs his WWE contract on the Ring of Honor World title just like Punk did. And then he's like, I don't even know who my final opponent is. You know, like they couldn't even get somebody that could fucking stand on my level. Lights go out, boom. Tyler Black walks out. Or even Seth Rollins walks out as the fucking forbidden door. The forbidden door, as the Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch on the IWC like to say. And then they boom. That's it. God, we're just killing it. I would shed a tear, Jesus. People are like, I hate you guys.
I'd have the biggest boner.
Dude, I've had the biggest boner for the last 93 minutes.
You're the one that wanted to longer the show.
I can't even help it.
Regarding Ricky Starks and AEW, Dave Meltzer said on his shitty show that the company wanted him to turn babyface. He didn't want to, and now they're not using him. Based on his discussions with people at the company, Meltzer theorized that the internal belief at AEW is that Starks is headed to WWE because of Cody Rhodes, and they're not invested in him right now.
See, if you ask our friend Timmy, he thinks it should be Daniel Garcia is a bigger star than Tony Stark or Ricky Starks is.
Daniel Garcia is the setting PWG world champion.
He is for a show that only runs once a month or once a year. He's a less champion at PWG than Roman was, by the way. So
oh no. Now everybody knows there's multiple empty Dr. Pepper cans on my desk.
Yeah, I'm sitting here sipping the last of my tea. I'm like, fuck.
Regarding WWE's plan for new announcer Joe Tessitore. Joe
Tessitore.
Sure.
That's how you say his name.
Tessitore. Wrestling Observer reports that he will start on Raw in September. Tessitore will be moved to SmackDown in January, and at that point, Michael Cole will return to Raw on Netflix.
Tessitore comes in. Oh, sorry.
I assume that Tessitore is going to be a placeholder for Pat McAfee.
I got nothing to say now.
You know, but I was bullied and told that Pat's not gonna take a break during college football.
I just hope this isn't a replay of Adnan Vert. You remember the crazy bad dude from Ryan TD Gaming just subscribed. What's up, Ryan in the house?
Ryan was at Slam.
Yeah, I got day drunk and kind of ghosted the people that wanted to meet up after the show because I got drunk.
It was also crazy after.
It was ridiculously afterwards. Me and Ryan, though, we've been in touch a lot. Ryan's going to do some trivia at some point. We're going to get him on Botched Spots with us for the big show. Like, there's tons of stuff. He missed my rant about the press coverage as to why I got wasted during SummerSlam. Yeah.
Ryan's secretly either a controlled substance dealer or is runs a Fortune 500 company.
Can we pretend in our universe, in the Botched Spots and Chair Shots universe, that Ryan is our crazy, ridiculous, rich friend that we don't know how he has his money? He just has.
I thought that was Sean.
No, we know Ryan. Sean has like simp money. Ryan's like a billionaire mogul. He flew into SummerSlam. You just couldn't see it. He flew in and landed his helicopter right outside the stadium. And they WWE let him in the back way. We just didn't see it.
And then he took his helicopter, flew it back to where he lives. I'm not going to dox him. And saw Corey Friedman and Limp Bizkit like front row or something.
Bingo,
like he hung out with Post Malone. There's evidence of him hanging out with Post Malone after a show.
Bingo. Ryan is our green shirt guy. Ryan is absolutely our green shirt guy. He is the
nicest dude. You go give him a follow on TikTok.
Make sure you follow Ryan everywhere. It's all canon now. It's been in an episode, Ryan. You're stuck with it.
Liv Morgan became the latest WWE star to sign with Paradigm Talent Agency. So they now have Punk, Drew, Damian Priest, Tiffany Stratton, and now Liv. Fuck you, Endeavor. These people are going to negotiate real contracts now.
That's a big move that they're not going to Endeavor when Endeavor is they started out as a marketing agency and like a management.
Well, these are just like for an agent so that they have somebody to speak on their behalf and help them negotiate better contracts.
That's what I'm saying, but they're not even using agents from inside Endeavor's firms.
Well,
they're going.
That would be a conflict of interest.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is they're under different companies, different umbrellas, but the long story short, they're still going outside to get outside firms to help negotiate it. That's huge. Mm-hmm. We are pro-union front in most cases here. So I think that the WWE is long past to having fair negotiations for their contracts. So thanks, bud. We appreciate you being here, Ryan. We love you, Bubba, always.
Goodwill Hunting director Gus Van Sant is in early talks to helm the movie Killing Gawker, based upon the Hulk Hogan versus Gawker trial. That from Deadline, which also says that while the film will be produced by their company Artist Equity, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are not attached to star at this time. Sources connected to Hogan told TMZ that he's not involved with the Killing Gawker movie, and that's being made by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. Hogan said to be indifferent about the idea, however, will not hesitate to pursue legal options if the movie treads into territory that a jury already found was protected by his right to privacy.
X, thank you for the subscription. Shout out to my Tuesday co-host on Nerdy News.
I don't even know what this is about. So
they're making a Goodwill Hunting 2 featuring Hogan. I'm a little confused about it.
So they're doing a movie about the Hogan Gawker trial, whatever the fuck that is.
Hogan Gawker.
This is like 2 degrees.
Is that the one where he called Bubba the Love Sponge when he was banging Bubba's wife?
What did I say? Did I say something wrong? Excuse me? I said, thank you, Hex, my host on Nerdy News on Tuesday. Did I say something wrong? Goodwill Hunt. Oh, the Goodwill Hunting stuff. Hogan. Okay, I was like,
wait. Technically said it.
Okay, yeah. But yes, Hogan and Goodwill Hunting, apparently. Raise your hand in the chat or in the panel right now if you give a shit about either A, Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan, or a second Goodwill Hunting. Goodwill Hunting is long.
No, it's just the director.
Oh, it's just the director. It's not.
It's just
not
the
a new Goodwill Hunting.
So it's just the director.
Okay, fair.
And it's being produced by the production company that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon own.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about the Hogan versus Gawker trial.
So the Bubba the Love Sponge shit. Okay, no, this is one of those like.
And Hogan's threatening to sue if,
Good luck. This Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
This is one of those though. Like, is this a story that needs to be told kind of situation? Like, do we give a shit enough about Hogan's bullshit lawsuits throughout the years that we need a fucking full-length feature film made about it?
I blame A24 and Iron Claw.
Everybody thinks a wrestling movie can be made right now.
Yep, we're gonna see a spurt of them.
Are you okay, Jesus? She shook her head and smashed her head against the bookcase she's laying against. That was her head.
I'm sorry, Penny. I know Goodwill Hunting's a good movie.
Do you guys want the dog update now that she's
sleeping?
Canon? Yeah, look. Oh, you can't see her because of the mic.
You can hear her snore, though.
Yeah, you see her right there on the floor?
No, you see the mic.
Watch.
She got a blankie.
Her new obsession is towels.
Well, I hear they're Funko Pops.
That towel, right? That white thing by her feet is a towel that she's sleeping with right now because she's obsessed with towels.
I hear she's obsessed with Funko Pops and wrestling figures.
She ate Austin Theory.
And she ate our agility bobblehead.
I'm sorry, I had to bring it up.
But I was telling Bo that she like anatomically like takes them apart because she eats the arms and the heads off of them all and just leaves the torsos.
Yep.
All right, Al, back to you.
After Kota Ibushi indicated that he will return to AEW only when Kenny Omega is back, Daddy Meltzer said that he doesn't think Kenny's return is too far away. Don't care.
Come back happy and healthy. That's all I need from the belt collector and from the fucking cleaner. Come back, and I want him and Kota need to be the anti-heroes to the Young Bucks. That's how that needs to play out. Mark your calendars, August 11th, 8:45 p.m. Kota Ibushi, the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks.
Per Fightful Select, Bobby Lashley's WWE contract is set to expire this weekend. This follows reports that MVP's WWE contract expired last weekend. The site also says that Mustafa Ali is indeed done with TNA for now.
Really, I don't think Kenny will ever be 100% again. That's what I'm saying, Ryan. Just as long as he's healthy, that's all we need. We knew that Mustafa Ali had only signed a date deal with TNA because they're doing the same thing with Cardona and Steph DeLander and a few other people where they're only signing them to certain dates versus long-term contracts. So that's cool. Maybe we'll get Mustafa in like the Casino Battle Royale at All In or something crazy.
Maybe. This is a special one just for Jazz. For what it's worth, Jelly Roll told the Pat McAfee show that he wants to get in better shape because he has unfinished business in WWE.
That's a celebrity crossover I could get fucking behind.
Yes, that man does.
Yeah.
That's choke slam in the business.
Was fucking
choke slam in the business.
Dude.
Fucking tacular.
One-handed, and he fucking Austin Theory sold it like a goddamn champ. Jelly Roll did it like he had been fucking choke slamming bitches since the 90s.
I didn't expect him to get in the ring because he had that interview earlier with Cole, where he was like, "Do we see ever Jelly Roll making some action in the ring?" He goes, "Man, I don't even know what I'm doing here still." Like, he's so down to earth.
100% best choke slamming.
So when he stepped in the ring and R-Truth went, "Well, if that's not the Rock and Roll Express, who is that?" And he pointed at his Jelly Roll, and I'm like, "Nah, dude, I'm out. I'm out the ring immediately."
Yeah. Meltzer said that the decision makers in AEW see something in the Beast Mortos. That's why he wasn't pinned in the trios match on this week's Dynamite, and Roosh took the fall for their team instead. I have no fucking idea who Beast Mortos is.
He's another one of the CMLL, yeah.
Black Taurus.
Yeah, he's one of the other dudes that have came over from CMLL. Great luchador and guy. Like, he's one of those guys.
Fucking luchador.
Yeah, he's big dude for a luchador.
There's a lot of AEW news this week, by the way. On the Brian and Vinny show, Brian Alvarez said that the reason why the Young Fucks have not been around much on AEW programming this summer is because the contract they signed has X number of dates, and Tony Khan has not wanted to pay them. In that sense, Alvarez compared it to Brock Lesnar's limited dates deal with WWE. The Bucks do not book their own stuff, and they'll be back on AEW television when they get the call. Or maybe they just wanted a fucking break, bro.
You ever seen the movie? This is how I truthfully picture AEW going in the next couple of years. You ever seen the movie The Founder, about the guy that basically claims he founded the McDonald's Incorporated, not the founder of McDonald's? I see that happening now with AEW. It was if you look at it in certain ways.
That was the dog.
I love you, Penny, too. I love you. I know you agree with me. Thank you. That's her agreeing with me, ladies and gentlemen. this was the vision of Cody, Kenny, and the Bucks. This was theirs.
Yeah.
They hired someone with the money. They can make it bigger. Now that someone doesn't want just a piece, that someone wants the whole fucking pie.
Mhm.
Boom.
And slowly but surely, you will see the exodus of, you've already seen Cody go. Kenny, I honestly believe Kenny's 1 foot out the door. I've watched some of his Twitch streams. The next to go are the Bucks. You will in the next 5 years not have any of the actual elite in all elite wrestling anymore.
I'd be okay with it. Go make your money. These guys have been successful everywhere except for WWE. Go to WWE and make your WrestleMania moment happen. I wouldn't care if they did.
Yeah. Seth Rollins is apparently banged up. So he's taking some time off from WWE to stay ahead of chronic issues and get in his best physical condition.
Shout out to you and shout out to Shadow, who called it both during Monday Night Raw that the squashing of him with Bronson Reed was to get him off TV. Shadow made the call and you made that call both about how like it was probably just because he's not 100% yet. Like let him get gone for a little bit because he did the SummerSlam stuff. Then he got squashed by Bronson Reed and now he's gone for a little bit.
Yeah.
Made sense. Go home with his wife, who's off right now, and his child, and gets to do family things for a little bit.
Oh, it makes perfect fucking sense. Because Tyler Black and Rebecca Quinn are fucking all elite.
Yes, sir, bitches. Allison, if fucking either of them ever sign, I'm getting in my car that day.
Never
Driving my ass to Nashville, knocking on your front door. Gonna look at you eye to eye and go, suck it. Get back in my car and drive back to Jacksonville.
Someone clip this right now. If both together, both, Seth Rollins, aka Tyler Black, aka Colby Lopez, and Rebecca Quinn,
I'm listening,
ever show up on AEW television as AEW talent, not a Forbidden Door situation.
Okay.
I will literally tattoo your face as a fucking tramp stamp.
Fuck yes!
Both.
Yes!
If you do this with your chin and put it down to the corner, we can touch beards. Go to the other side. Go to the other side. Look. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, this is off the rails. We don't even know. We decided to run after 90 minutes. We were like, fuck it. Let's go back to running 2 hours just for fun. You know, people stick around and hang out with us. We love our viewers. So fuck it. We'll run for 2 hours moving forward. This is what you get after the 90-minute mark. And is me and Bo touching beards. Al, back to you.
Someone clip that? Anyway, one last thing. PWN claims that WWE plans to bring a PLE to Italy in 2025.
Okay.
Hey, guess what? I'll be 40 in 2025 and kind of want to go to Italy. So
that sounds like a good excuse to go to Italy.
I saw someone on Twitter say it was probably the most racist crowd WWE's ever had. I'm like, what? I don't see it.
I also turned 40 in 2025, so that's convenient. Like, let's go to Italy.
I'm a baby.
Shut up, Al. Shut up, Al. Shut up, Bo.
I'm a baby.
Shut up, Bo. That's a Freudian slip. I'm going to get canceled now. People are like, he's so mean to her off air.
You gonna sleep on the couch, bitch? Ooh, yeah.
That would be dope. No, that's me. So that was your last thing?
Yeah.
All right. What we're going to do now is I want Al, me and you were in the building. Bo, you watched it live. Chat, I want you guys to chime in now. There's no need to go through a monotonous breakdown of the entire fucking card, as it were. Quan.
What's up, Quan?
Like, fucking love you, bro. Fucking love you. Who watches
you? You apparently.
You do. Here, and then at least on Tuesdays, like, I don't know.